Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
Rayz Dayz, episode 138 of the show where I recap my week, just talk about my week. And, you know, as I record these, they're like a week delayed, basically. So as I record this, a few days ago was Thanksgiving. But, of course, by the time this gets released, that's been like a week and a half ago. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, okay? Because I have these shows come out at a specific time for a specific reason. And when I'm talking about personal stuff, I don't need my information going out as soon as possible. So, yes, I will be talking about Thanksgiving despite the fact that it was not very... It was my perfect Thanksgiving. It wasn't anything that's spectacular or anything. But that is the week that I will be recapping for those curious about how delayed things are with this show. But because it was Thanksgiving week, I didn't have to wake up early, right? I have a roommate that has a kid that I help out with and drive to school in the mornings, most mornings. And because Thanksgiving, no school, so I got to sleep in all week, which is something I absolutely loved. It's like I enjoyed sleeping in. I enjoyed turning off my alarm, you know, canceling the alarm for the next day. I enjoyed, even when I would wake up, I could just go back to sleep, which that is kind of one of the things. Even though I was able to sleep in, I've been waking up like way too much because it's cooler out and I don't have the air conditioning running constantly like most of the year out here in the desert, which provides a lot of white noise. Not having that white noise filling the room, I can hear my dog, and my dog wakes me up quite a bit, and she's getting older, and to avoid her using the carpet as her personal restroom, I have been waking up quite a bit to let her outside to hopefully relieve herself in the proper area, or at least an area that's not the carpet. Despite one of the nights this week, she did. And it's a bummer, and I can't get mad at her. You know, I can't. There's nothing I can do. Right? Getting mad at her is not going to change the fact that she's old and she just can't hold it like she used to. Right? I try to let her out before I go to sleep, but I can't like force her to go then. You know, she's a dog. I don't know how long she's got left. So getting mad at her and things, it's just not something that I'm spending a lot of time doing. I just feel sad and need to get carpet deodorizer. Thankfully, it's like the really short pile, like office type carpet in here. So I'm not too worried about it. But anyway, my week's been pretty nice sleeping in. I really do enjoy it, which helped me recover from last week. Like I said, waking up super early, working until super late, trying to get everything set up at Inspired Disorder Plus for Inspired Disorder Plus members. So being able to sleep in and just kind of getting my regular stuff done, it felt like a bit of recovery where I kind of avoided, I feel like, burnout, right? If I had just gotten right back into working on another big project, I probably would have burnt myself out. But thankfully, I got all of my stuff done this week. There is another big project that I am working on, but it's a project that I'm kind of just doing a little bit each week, right? I'm not at a place where I'm just going to go through and do like the Inspired Disorder Plus was like, I needed to get it done. It should have been done a year ago. So anyway, it was a good week. And, you know, in addition to kind of resting, in addition to my dog getting old, one of the downsides, aside from my dog using the carpet as her own personal restroom, you know, her hips are getting bad. We don't go on long walks. Like we don't really go on walks, especially during most of the year. It's too hot to go outside. And, you know, back in Denver, we would go on 3 to 5 mile walks every morning. And what that did was helped keep her toenails as short as they needed to be. have never had to clip Izzy's nails as long as I've had her because they just naturally wore down going on walks. And not until recently have I had to consider doing that because they've been getting really long. And I hired a groomer to come and do it, you know, when I still had some money. And I wish they had cut her nails more than they did, but they at least got them trimmed, and it was getting close to the time. It was getting way past due, really, of needing to do it. And I had ordered and had a harness and nail clippers. I already had the nail clippers, but the harness, and it came with a muzzle. Figured out, thankfully, I mean, the harness is a great thing, but figuring out where you're going to hang this harness in a real life scenario, like I don't have like a structure that is designed to hold a dog in this little hammock deal. Thankfully, I did, or my roommate did. She's trying to teach her kid how to roller skate and picked up a walker, the old people walker. And the walker, perfect for putting the harness on. And, you know, you can raise it up so there's a little bit of room so she can't touch the ground. And I tried to clip them like a week or two ago in the harness, and I was able to get a few toenails done from one of her feet. Actually, 1.5 of her feet paws were trimmed, and then she was able to squirm her way out. I was like, okay, at least I got some of it done. And then this last time I was like, I just need to get it done. I need to get them all done. And I got her in the harness again. And this time I had the addition of putting the muzzle on, which I didn't put on the first time. Right? I feel bad. Like, I feel so bad. She absolutely hates getting her nails done. She yelps and just like she's gonna hate me. She's like trying to attack me. It's just like she obviously hates it. She freaks out. Like, I feel horrible doing it, right? I feel like I'm abusing my dog clipping her nails, right? But once I put that muzzle on, it was so much easier. Like, she makes the sounds and noises. I just like, they still crush me, but it was way easier, obviously, because she's not biting me. The paw and a half that I got done the first time were the back paws, right? Because she can't bite me then. Not that she really has a lot of teeth to bite me, but finally was able to clip her nails. So I was like, that was one of the things on my to-do list that I was stressing about because it needed to get done. And it's just like, it's going to make her feel, and of course, right when she was done, she's like perfectly fine and happy and nice again. So it's like, in the moment, she hates me, but right afterwards, she's like wagging her tail and happy that it's all over as well. I thought she was going to act like an abused dog, you know, and it just, I'm glad that's not what happened. And like, I know now that I can do it. Like, I have all the equipment to do it. Like, I know putting that muzzle on, that's clearly the most effective treat. Obviously, having the harness as well helps just kind of keep holding onto her so she can't get away. But that putting the muzzle on was perfect. So that was a highlight for me personally, finally getting that done. You know, another thing, getting the Inspired Disorder Plus, all that content migrated. That was a big thing on my to-do list. Getting her nails clipped, getting Izzy's nails clipped was another major thing on the to-do list. And the thing that I'm kind of slowly working on is getting prints available, the print feature available built into the website. So, you know, 1,800 paintings more to update with that. But that's one I can slowly get through. Let's take a little break from the show to promote. I figured out a way on my website to offer prints for every single painting. So if you go to a painting, you can buy the original painting or you can buy a print for everything. Artwork that you don't want to spend $100 plus on, 9 by 12 inch ink painting on paper, $100 for the original one-of-a-kind piece of artwork. Paintings range in price depending on their size. The 8 by 10 print, $20. Available in the store at inspireddisorder.com. And now let's get back to the show. yeah, so that was, mostly my week, and then getting all the regular stuff done. Thanksgiving every year falls on Thursday. Thursday is the day that I paint every week. I paint live on YouTube Thursdays at 4:20 p.m. Pacific time, which I do every week, no matter what. And this week was no different on Thanksgiving. I don't have plans on Thanksgiving. It's not a holiday that I really like, I really care about. So I still enjoy taking holidays for myself. So I wish I didn't have to paint on Thursday. I would have preferred not to paint Thursday, but if I don't paint on Thursday, then that means I'm not releasing any new artwork the next week, which I can't have that happen. I release new paintings every day. So, and it's something I've done for years now. Same thing with this podcast. Unless my computers break down, unless equipment breaks down and I'm not able to do it, I release a new episode of the podcast every day. I release a new painting every day. And there's plenty of Thursdays where I don't feel like painting. So it's not really anything new having to sit down and paint 7 paintings. But I got through it. It was pretty nice. I really didn't, it wasn't as bad. Like, there's definitely some Thursdays where I was just like, I just need to get through this. I'm just getting it done. And sometimes good stuff comes out of that. It's kind of weird. So I didn't really feel as bad when I was painting and stuff. And I didn't have any Thanksgiving dinner. Didn't really care. But my roommate went to her mom's for Thanksgiving and brought back some leftovers. So I was able to get some leftover Thanksgiving food, which was fine. Free food is great regardless. I was thankful for that. And pumpkin pie. Like, I was really kind of bummed that I didn't get another pumpkin pie. I ate a whole pumpkin pie last week, baked it myself, and my favorite pumpkin flavored anything is pumpkin pie. I don't need anything else to taste like pumpkin. Maybe pumpkin cheesecake, right? Pretty nice combination of those two things. But yeah, she also brought back like half a pumpkin pie. So I was like, yes! That was the thing I was most stoked. I wish I had some alcohol too, but no alcohol. But regardless, it was fun. Got to watch a bunch of movies. I am so far ahead with a lot of my movie watching, preparing for future episodes of Top 5. This week, tomorrow, I'm recording, the Top 5 Toy Story movies comes out. The week after that, it's going to be my Top 5 90s Christmas movies that I watched all of those already. And after that, I'm doing my Top 5 Home Alone movies, because apparently there's 6 Home Alone movies, and I watched all of those too. So I think I watched 1 or 2 of them on Thanksgiving after I was done painting. And that's a franchise, right? Home Alone 2, great movies. Home Alone, the first one, probably one of the best Christmas movies, one of my favorite Christmas movies. And it's a franchise that has, it has one of the best Christmas movies, one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and an amazing comeback. Like, there is a movie that came out in that franchise that was so surprising to me. So you'll have to wait until next week to see how I rank the toys, or 2 weeks from now to see how I rank the Home Alone movies. But I'm so ahead on movies, on watching all the movies that I need to do for Top 5. So it's going to be kind of weird. I'm going to have a lot of free moments to watch things recreationally, or I might just get ahead on other things. I kind of enjoy being far ahead on things. It just makes the weeks breathe a bit easier. But definitely got ahead on all that stuff, which is good. Makes it easier to sleep in. I don't feel like I'm missing. I'm like, I'm going to be behind on my work. Also, because of the weather changing and everything, like, so many mornings I feel like I'm about to, I feel like I'm catching a cold or about to get sick. But a lot of that's just the weather changing, and usually seasonally my allergies really get crazy. So thankfully I haven't gotten sick. Thankfully I've had a pretty good week, stayed ahead of everything. Super happy with that. Kind of started watching The Simpsons in the background, a TV series that I've never really gotten into my entire life, and enjoying kind of watching them and seeing how it goes, since there's like 40 years of the show, or 30 years of The Simpsons. There's plenty of stuff to watch, so kind of been putting that on in the background as my background entertainment. So we'll see. Kind of difficult because like I want to watch it, which is not what the background shows generally are for me. And I know like usually a lot of shows, if they're background shows and I'm not paying attention, I'll probably watch it more, you know, in the background. It'll be on regularly, so I'll have opportunities to watch an episode that I missed on the replay. But since there's like 30 years of The Simpsons, the chances that I will put this entire series on again, not likely. So it's kind of a weird show where I kind of want to watch it, but also, who knows? It's weird. Also started watching Wednesday, the new Addams Family series on Netflix. I kind of dig that, which is surprising because I'm not a big fan of Tim Burton, and he's the director of it. But the writing, the actors, the casting, I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging it, and it fits his aesthetic, and it's not as much of the Tim Burton aesthetic as usual. Maybe that's because the TV series, but so far I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So we'll see what happens. I'll probably do a review of that soon. But yeah, that's been my week. That's been my Thanksgiving week. Pretty good Thanksgiving week. Let's take a little break from the show to promote the benefits of Inspired Disorder Plus. So you go inspireddisorder.com/plus. Sign up, $5 a month. You get to binge the full week of the Ray Taylor Show ad-free. You get to watch all of the live painting videos I do. You get a special members-only discount and deals for all of the artwork and merch that I sell. You also get the complete podcast back catalog of every podcast I've ever produced, hundreds of episodes, countless different podcasts. You also get access to my personal blog. A new blog comes out every week. In addition to that, you get my creative writing that I'm releasing. You also get access to Asking Me Anything. 14 years of experience podcasting. I've been creating art my entire life. I've been using Photoshop since middle school, and you can contact me to ask me questions about that or anything else. So those are the benefits for signing up for Inspired Disorder Plus. And now let's get back to the show. And as I do every episode now of this show, I like to end every episode with talking about something that I am thankful for. This is something that's not specific to the Thanksgiving holiday. This is something that I started a month or two ago, and just a way to balance out the effortless negativity I can have for things, and just kind of force me to focus on something that I'm thankful for and happy about. And this one's kind of surprising because it's not something I'm necessarily happy about from certain perspectives, but as a concept, especially this time of year, it's something that is it's kind of an interesting time travel thing. So this week, I'm thankful for nostalgia, right? And the thing I hate about nostalgia, or the thing I hate nostalgia is used for, is more tied with capitalism. How Disney will regurgitate a movie, a character that you have a lot of nostalgia for, like Aladdin, and regurgitate that in a live action feature that is garbage, right? Trying to monetize your nostalgia. I hate that. I hate the way nostalgia is used for corporations to profit off of. But nostalgia as a thing, I've been watching a lot of Christmas stuff, and a lot of stuff from the 90s or the 80s that I watch, and it's so amazing how nostalgia is you're able to time travel back to a time where life was simple, at least the memory of you enjoying these things, that feeling you get from watching these things. I watched A Christmas Carol from the Disney, A Christmas Carol from 1983 with Mickey Mouse and all the Disney characters. And that was one of the many cartoons that I had on a VHS tape that had all of my Christmas movies on it, right? It was recorded. It's like a 6-hour-long VHS tape, right? And it's just dubbed from all these different Christmas things, from like A Christmas Carol from Disney, or like the Charlie Brown Christmas thing, like all the different Christmas cartoons from when I was a kid, all on one VHS tape. And I remember, you know, bundling up during the holidays, usually sick. I usually get sick around this time of year, and being in the living room, bundled up, fire going, watching these cartoons, and just dreaming about the gifts that I was going to get this, you know, for my birthday or for Christmas or whatever, because those were usually, it's my birthday's in December. And those were combined a lot. I had to share my birthday with Jesus. But yeah, especially watching the Disney A Christmas Carol totally brought me back. Like I remembered all of the words of that because I watched it a billion times as a kid. Haven't watched it since childhood, and just know all of the words that every character says, and it brought me back. And it's just like, it's one of the few things, like, you know, smells can do that, you know, bring you to a time. Songs can do that, bring you back to a place, a time, a moment. Like these little things that can teleport you back in time to a happier time. Sometimes it could be a sad time too, but you know, the nostalgia of a time that was simpler and happier and all that is kind of a great way to unplug from reality and escape. So for that, I am thankful. And, you know, I'm glad that it exists. I'm sad that it's been bastardized by capitalism and corporations. But the idea and the reality of how nostalgia can affect you and remind you and bring you back to a time, I absolutely love. And I'm very thankful for that being a reality. You know, I can watch these things and it can take me back to a time, bring back good memories and good feelings, you know, in a time of year where seasonal depression and all that stuff very prevalent, and you know, just a chaotic reality in general. It's great to find something that's not a drug, you know, to detach from reality. It's something that just naturally can happen while enjoying something on your TV. So nostalgia is the thing that I am thankful for. Let me know what you're thankful for. Hit me up in the comments or on social media. And I hope you all had a great weekend. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Whether you celebrate it or not, I don't. But, you know, we're getting in that time of year where it can be hard for people. So hopefully you're not having a hard time, and, you know, maybe dip into those things that you haven't checked out since childhood and see what it does to you.
New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at InspiredDisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at InspiredDisorder.com. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.